Hi, Coach Burrows with you on the Coach's Basketball Road. When a record is set by a player during a game, it's inevitable that another stellar performance in the same game, same night, is completely overshadowed. Here you are out on the floor having your best night ever, but it's lost in time to the momentous record for the ages being set by another player on the very night you were at your career best. For instance, one of the iconic days in basketball history is March 2nd, 1962 in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia Warriors, now the 76ers, scored 100 points. Still mind-boggling, 100 versus the New York Knicks in a single game. It is considered one of the greatest single game performances in all of sports history, not just basketball, but in all of sports history. The event is frequently discussed and well known to us hoop junkies. It seems like it's Basketball 101 or Introduction to Basketball, page 1. Here's the pivot foot. Here's how you wave goodbye on the wrist break and follow through on the shot. And 100 points in one game by Wilt. He set 5 records in that game, including most free throws made in a regular season game. He was 28 of 32 from the line that night. That stat, almost as remarkable as his 100 points, consider he shot 51% for his career from the line. But on this night, he was 87%. And he needed every one of the 28 makes to get to 100. In a typical free throw shooting night, he would have hit maybe 16 of 32, 17 of 32, ended up with 88 or 89 points. He had tried different ways to shoot the free throw. On the 100-point night, he was granny style, underhand. He went overhand, underhand, back to overhand. Nothing really worked for him consistently from the free throw line. Another well-known fact brought up, and it's going to be important to this story, there is no film or video from the game. It was played in a neutral site, not on the regular NBA circuit. Hershey, Pennsylvania, that stop was a promotion to draw fans from outside of the immediate Philadelphia market. It seems the media took the night off. Fewer newspaper writers were there. It wasn't televised, and neither team had a camera in the rafters to shoot the standard game film for team review, presumably figuring this was just a tedious promotional night, the 74th game in a grueling 80-game regular season schedule. Here's the box score. 8 p.m. tip-off, 4,100 in attendance. They set a record for most combined points in a game, 316. Warriors, 169. Knicks, 147. That means Wilt scored 60% of his team's points. Wilt was 36 of 63, 57% from the floor. He also had 25 rebounds, 2 assists. It was just not his night to pass. For the Knicks, their starting center, 6'10" Phil Jordan, he was injured, didn't even dress for the game. The backup, though, was reliable Darryl Imhoff. He started. Also 6'10", had won an NCAA title in 1959 under head coach Pete Newell at the University of California. So you know that Imhoff was well coached as Newell founded the big man camp. He got into foul trouble right away, as did many centers trying to guard Wilt. Imhoff would eventually foul out of the game. The Knicks then turned to the man at the end of the bench, who usually did not get into the game. Cleveland Buckner, 6'9", 210 pounds. So little is known about Buckner's NBA career that this is the only photo I could find through the cyberspace searches. He's a good player. He played his college ball at Jackson College, which is now Jackson State University. Jackson College was an NAIA at the time. He was selected first team All-American, then was selected by the New York Knicks in the 6th round of the draft. That doesn't sound very high, but it's the 51st pick overall. Today, that would be a 2nd-round pick. Injuries and a fallout, and you can hear the coach say, "Buckner, you're in," and take number 13. The rookie checks in at the table. His matchup is the most imposing figure in the NBA who's in the midst of the greatest scoring game ever. But he doesn't see a daunting task. He sees the opportunity that he's been waiting for, and he seizes on it. Cleveland Buckner plays 33 minutes, hits 16 of 26 shots, scores a career-high 33 points, grabs 8 rebounds. Most evenings, such a major lift off the bench is a story that warrants major attention. But, as we discussed earlier, there's not much coverage of this game anyway. And whatever media is there descends on the man with 100 points, justifiably so. It's still the NBA record. And if there is a trickle of media or newspaper writers over to the Knicks locker room for its reaction about the 100 points, Buckner wasn't even the Knicks' leading scorer that night. Richie Guerin had 39, so the media probably goes to Guerin for reaction quotes about the 100. Cleveland Buckner played for the Knicks from 1961 until 1963, which spans 160 regular season games. He got into just 68, and then he is gone. He disappears. The Knicks for 2 years. No other NBA team inquires, maybe because there's no film of his finest game, and even if there was film, viewers would be transfixed by the 100. However, when I say he was gone by 1963, I mean only from the intense spotlight of the NBA. Here I found his obituary. Buckner, Jr., Cleveland, born August 17th in Yahoo City, Mississippi, died October 5th, 2006, 68 years old, while vacationing in Jackson, Mississippi. After Yazoo City High School, where he was a star, Cleveland accepted a basketball scholarship to Mississippi Valley College. He transferred to Jackson College, now Jackson State University. He's an NAIA first-team All-American we talked about. Upon graduation from college, he plays for the Knicks. After NBA life, Cleveland taught physical education and algebra in California. He was the head basketball coach at Enterprise Junior High and then Blair High School, both in Pasadena. He was the assistant at Occidental College in Los Angeles from 1980 until 1986. His career as a teacher spanned nearly 40 years. A former player student of his wrote this tribute.
My name is Billy Adams and I was a point guard on the 1971 basketball team. Coach Buckner has always played a profound role in my life. He was a father figure, friend, coach and mentor to me. When teammate Wilbur Tate told me that Coach Buckner had passed, I cried because he was such a beautiful human being.
Many tributes are in his online condolence book, but not about the 33 points on the night he battled wilt, which to me seems he was not overshadowed. Clearly, he built his own following by serving and impacting the many college and high school players and students that he taught and he coached for nearly 40 years. Cleveland Buckner, he's a man to be remembered for his many layers of life. You're on the Coach's Road. It's where basketball coaches travel along with passionate hoop enthusiasts. Coach Burrows, over and out.